A lot of people assume that Reiki involves spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, or some other kind of unseen helpers working through the practitioner. Some people are curious about that. Others are deeply uncomfortable with it. So let's be clear. Traditional Reiki does not require spirit guides or external entities in order to function. The confusion comes from what has been layered onto the system, largely in the West over the last 3 or 4 decades. Now, when I was giving a talk in Cairo a few years ago, a woman in the audience asked me directly about spirit guides because she read about them being involved in the practice on the internet. Now, from her perspective as a Muslim, the idea immediately raised concerns about djinn, which in Islamic theology are real unseen beings with agency. If Reiki involved interaction with unseen entities, that would be a serious theological issue for her. And when I explained that spirit guides are not structurally part of Reiki and that those ideas were later Western additions, of course she visibly relaxed. Now, historically, Mikao Sui, the guy who developed the practice of Reiki, developed the system in Japan, a culture already steeped in spiritual cosmology. If spirit invocation had been essential to Reiki, he was absolutely in the perfect environment to formalize it. He didn't. Early Reiki focused on disciplined practice, meditation, ethical principles, and hands-on treatment. Another modern confusion is psychic reading. It's become common for some practitioners to tell clients what they are picking up during a session. Now, that might be framed as past life information, karmic causes, or intuitive diagnosis. That is not a part of the Reiki system. When I first started practicing Reiki in the UK and I was giving some short demonstration treatments to a variety of clients that had been going to see a friend of mine, every single demonstration treatment that I gave, or the client at the end of that treatment asked me the same question. Every single one of them, the same question. What did you pick up? They were expecting psychic information. Reiki doesn't require that, and I certainly didn't give it. The system works through attunement, contact, and coherent presence. The practitioner remains grounded and fully conscious. There is no communication with spirits, no narration of messages from elsewhere. And there's also a grief-related version of this misunderstanding. I once taught a woman who enrolled in a Reiki class because she hoped it would help her contact her deceased father, who passed away just 3 weeks before the class took place. And after the class, she practiced intensively. She absolutely was determined to develop the ability to talk to her deceased father. She did not develop mediumship. What she experienced instead was accelerated healing. Within 3 months, her grief had stabilized and she was able to move forward and just get on with her life. Reiki gave her what she needed, not what she wanted and what she expected. Reiki is a structured system of attunement and embodied awareness. It is primarily a discipline of personal development. Hands-on healing emerges from that foundation. It does not depend on spirit guides or training in mediumship, and it certainly doesn't require psychic interpretation. If you are specifically looking for spirit contact or a psychic reading, traditional Reiki is probably not what you're looking for. If you are looking for a disciplined practice that stabilizes the nervous system and develops coherent presence, then Reiki may be worth exploring.